Hello, everyone. We are here. We're back with this thing. I am back from being in New York for like forever, and I don't remember what we're doing at all. So, welcome to Tales of Caerwyn. We got Sponers. Go check those guys out. They're cool. We got boners as always. We got Patreon.
It's been
Go-
here the whole time.
Always
We
has.
really should get that checked. If we've had a burner,
It's
this
lasted
whole
for more than
time-
4 hours, but that's just means you're ready for fun.
I just call that calisthenics. I don't know what you're talking about. This means my blood pressure
it's
is
Cardio,
premium.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's edging.
We don't have an episode number. This is a mystery.
I couldn't remember what it was.
episode.
So, we're done doing numbers because I couldn't remember numbers. So congrats.
Let's be honest.
Rad. We got a Patreon. Go follow us there. We're gonna be doing some cool stuff for this show soon, probably soon. TM.
Oh my god.
So far, the front runner on our requested boss battles is Sephiroth.
No.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh,
Good luck.
Sephiroth is fine. Sorry. Sephiroth and Seymour have the same first letter, so.
Other things. Oh, we have a Discord. If you are here and not in our Discord, come hang out. Come chat with us there. If you like the chat here, it's very much the same in the Discord. We got a good time. If you're on
Memes
YouTube,
and silliness.
come find us on Discord as well. I don't know how you find us on Discord. I'm sure the links are in the YouTube, but if you're listening to this, cool. If you're listening to this on YouTube, there you go. Quick new thing that is for this episode and this episode right now alone. Quick content warning for this episode. Content warning for death, time, bugs, dogs, wolves, body horror, and live burial. So enjoy that, everyone.
Wait, what the fuck did you do in New York?
Don't worry about it.
I
got a new
love that
tattoo.
I know you have a tattoo, and it's
That's
a
what I
nice
did in New
tattoo.
York.
I love that you went from I don't know what episode number this is, and I don't know where we left off to fucking,
I don't know what happened, but I know what we're
really
doing.
Crystal clear content warnings for what we're about to do. That is a wild whiplash that I deeply appreciate.
Good.
I love it. Also, you've really specced out the clocks overlay, and I'm living for it.
Yeah, I got that working. It's kind of readable. It's a little hard to read, but I wonder. I might be able to darken it up.
I like it.
I can change some stuff. I can try it out a little bit, but yes, that is content warnings.
Taylor, I don't know if you are in chat referencing Dumb and Dumber, but I don't think you are, and I don't know what you're referencing with the pretty birdie.
It's the ultimate loving angel, like not lyrics.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Now I'm there. Sorry. I was thinking about
Every
the
time
content
I hear
warnings.
it, like it's not like they are obviously not the words because I think it's in Latin.
It's something like that. Yeah.
It's a little
beautiful. Like the
Ooh,
lyrics
there you
and
go.
translation. Yeah, that looks good.
I just
I was looking at
inverted
the
it.
clocks. Sorry. Yeah. Dope.
But like the lyrics are in, I'm sure it's Latin or something, and the translation that I cannot remember right now is absolutely beautiful. But every time I hear it, all I hear is pretty, pretty birdie, 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 tweet, tweet, and it's just I giggle every time. So like,
You
Yes,
know,
it
like
is Latin.
you know the Vini Vidi Vici, that idea. My favorite is I hear, I watch, I learn, which is audio, video, disco. Love Latin.
I love it. That's
Cool.
amazing.
All right. So yeah, Matt, do you want to give us a quick reminder of what happened last time? I vaguely remember, but it has been
Previously on.
a while. Yeah.
Yes. Last episode, because the only reason I remember is because, by the way, if you're here from Reddit, hi, I'm the weirdo that posts about us. I typed up a quick, for the first 7 episodes summary of everything we've been going. Last time we met now we know Yosi, I'm pretty sure. Every time I write down, God damn it, we got the name. Don't you every time I write down one of your NPC names so far, every time I need to write down it phonetically right after, because this is 2 for 2, then I'll write it down and I'll look away. And then when I look back, I'm like, I have no idea. My first thought of how to pronounce this is not correct. So Yahtzee commissioned us to go and find his friend Missoura from the Steel Kings. That's not, I was wrong on both of those on purpose. But we got the payment that was not 30,000 pence, as he ridiculously promised us, and we were sort of fishy the whole time on that one, but was instead, we were comped the, in addition to one of Miss Buttersby's dresses from her from an estate sale of some relative at some point, we got the deed to the Wyvern, an old not shuttered, that's the wrong, but like currently not operational tavern and inn, but recently renovated, so it's not a total pigsty.
Dump.
Yeah, not better word, dump, not total dump. And we are now, my brain lost it, hold on, here we go, back on track. Conlon gave us a brief like plan that he had something ready for us for this session and next session, and then there's gonna be a little bit of a time skip, and then Steel Kings happenings very likely, and then another little short time skip potentially. So we're in the whatever today is. We've theoretically just we've figured out who's staying in which rooms of the Wyvern. Saoirse has the attic. Miss Buttersby has the tavern keeper's bedroom on the 3rd floor. Fiona has the study/library, which again, we are now all in our heads, in character, fully on board with the headcanon that the reason Fiona knows Masura is because Masura hit on Fiona and wanted to go to a study party, and then Fiona just wanted to study, and Masura has very much like written her off. That is, at this point,
other way
Fiona's
around.
obtuse was the, what?
No, wasn't it Fiona invited Misura and carry on. I'm sorry.
Anyways,
Doesn't matter.
we're all in character. That's our headcanon, is that the reason Fiona knows Masura is that there was missed signals. And then Ruin took the southwestern bedroom on the 2nd floor next to the lounge, the upstairs party room, whatever that room is. And I think I think that's it. We're in the Wyvern. We have a place to, it's not furnished, so we're staying over at the Barge Right, I think again tonight. At least that was the plan. And we had just been chatting before going to bed, and now it is.
All right. Thank you. Cool. I remember things now, mostly. So,
Kind of.
we, unless anybody has anything, we can kind of skip forward just a little bit to the Wyvern being renovated enough that you could all stay there. I think Yosi was gonna spend some time. He had some contacts. He was gonna like help you out, get it like fixed up a little bit. In addition, as an additional payment for kind of pulling one over on you with the payments. So yeah, unless anybody has anything specific for that time, we will go ahead and jump maybe 2 or 3 days. Go ahead.
I just want to know how Teddy's schedule went with the what was it? The Steel Kings? What is it? The
Oh,
Yeah.
no, I remember.
With your weird knife play boy Azaki.
Yes. What's the group name? I actually haven't
Steel
written
Kings.
that down.
Steel Kings.
It is the Steel Kings.
I did get it right.
I also just remembered that when we left off, we said that we were going to go back to the library
Mm-hmm.
because Fiona wanted to try and figure out how she knew Masura, even though everyone else in the party seems to have a pretty.
We're locked in.
We've
Mhm.
solved that mystery. Like, that's in the completed quest.
Mm-hmm. I've already moved it over.
But Miss Buttersby also wanted to like follow up on like her kids, for example, to try and get like some semblance of like her family.
Nah,
Or not.
No.
Okay, never mind. I'll just
And-
shut up.
Well, I will double dip on that. And Ruin wanted to potentially go look at magic relevant to the weird thing that he did to get the 3 of us out of the Steel King's warehouse. Remember opened up his armor, big raven feathers swooped everyone up, and we were just back in the Barge Right.
Oh, I thought Ruin knew how to do that.
Ruin knows how to do that. He's not interrogated it very far, and when Fiona asked him about it, he was like, "I don't fucking know." Just kept drinking.
Okay.
It's just there. I don't know. I don't.
Was very much avoiding it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we
Yeah,
can
If you want to just answer those questions, we can move straight on.
yeah, we can do some little scenes of just jumping into like you all go to the library. You have access now. Like there's nothing that needs to like happen too much here. We can kind of just skip through the time. So I guess who would like to go first in asking questions? We'll figure out what you roll, what it looks like, all that good stuff.
I don't mind going first.
Cool.
So yeah, just researching. Ruin has never attempted to research this. It's been, this is a thing I could do. I'm not going to worry about it too much. I'm not going to inspect it. So just looking at, based on what he knows of it, just trying to find anything that's like smells similar. You know, you hear hoofbeats, thick zebra, that kind of search.
Yeah. Okay, give me a insight, and we'll see where this ends up.
Oh, okay. By the way, if you're at 0 Fabula points, tick up to 1 because it's a
Yes.
new session. Did not roll great, which I think is probably okay. Am I okay with this? Do I want to spend my 1 Fabula point on this? Nah. I wouldn't even say that any of my traits apply to being able to reroll this, so I'm just gonna stick with an 8.
Okay. Yeah. So I again kind of treating these like open rolls in the rules. Since it is like a research thing, you don't find nothing. Your roll just sort of determines what you do find. I think Ruin finds some like a good amount of information. Kind of, we've done a lot of research in this game already, and a lot of it has come up with like there's no good information about this. Ruin has the opposite problem now. There's a lot of information. There's like looking up stuff that's just like weird raven wing magic comes up with just stupid amounts of information.
Fuck, safe search wasn't on.
Yeah, you definitely find some lusty Argonian style books. So
Am I?
I think primarily what you start to get, the thing that really does connect for Ruin is there's a lot of information, historical information about the fact that the Wild were originally formed through a pact with the Morrigan, which is a raven goddess that sort of inhabits the Shadow Realm. There's a lot of like speculation, but basically the Middle Empire was founded on this like pact between the king and the Morrigan, and the Wild was born out of that pact as well. So I think that's kind of the general accounts that Ruin gets. I think alternatively, on top of like Raven stuff, I think Ruin gets like some information about the study of magic that isn't it's not internal. Like it's not to use D&D terms, it's not like sorcerer magic. It's not wizard magic. So it's not like I did the spell and things happened, and it's not like I wanted the thing to happen so it happened. It's more like cleric magic, where it's like something attached to you lets you do the magic, whether it's a god or a minor deity or a spiritual being or like just something. There is like a concept of magic that exists outside of like spell casting. And this feels, I think, to Ruin, who also has like the Darkblade side of things, like you have like inherent magic there as well. This feels different. This feels like something connected to a thing that's not you.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Did anyone, for the sake of what other characters might see, did anyone go with him on this research? Or was he solo? Fiona?
I thought we'd all went together.
Cool. In that case,
Sasha would be there.
You probably see Ruin reach a point of conscious decision to be done researching, and is just like, all right, that's enough of an answer. Like, just like very much like, oh, hello, Raiders. Very much sees like enough of an answer starting to materialize that it gives him like some sort of like I would rather not follow this thread and like backs off of it. But he's trying to be nonchalant about that. That's all I wanted to do.
Welcome.
Trying to think what Saoirse would do. I think she'd be like really curious with Ruin to begin with, and like whatever book Ruin is finished with, she would then take and skim and try and learn, and then the more this is enough that Ruin becomes, the more she adapts that. She's like, well, if you don't care, I don't care. Which goes against everything I want to do.
Give me a insight roll, Taylor. I'm gonna see if Saoirse
do better than Ruin and
see if Saoirse
Yeah,
like
I don't think I'm
accidentally
that good.
catches something here.
Yes.
Oh, okay. No.
What'd you roll? Okay.
Five.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
4 or 1. I got
you start reading and you're like, this is really boring. It's like very study based text of just like in the year whatever the king it's just like breakdowns. It's so boring. Even Ruin, like you can kind of tell that Ruin gave it up because it was like partially for Ruin's own reasons, but also just because it was just like, oh my god, this is the most boring like accounting of a cool magic thing.
I don't know how, but they made dope magic sound miserable. It's incredible. That author wins some really lame competition.
This world really needs the magic equivalent of science communicators to turn around and, tell people about archaeology and shit, but like magic. Cool. Okay. Who would like to research next? What else is people looking up while we're doing this?
Would Miss Buttersby like to check for her descendants?
Sure, we're at the library. I may as well. I'm going to find a librarian, someone that looks important, and I'm going to chat to them, and I'm going to slowly ping-pong rumor my way around the university until I have found as much as I can about the principal I saw that is a family member, because that's probably going to be my closest way to find living members of the family.
Okay.
Because the dates were pretty close, weren't they? They weren't like super far ago.
No, they were much closer to you when you left, actually. They were a long time ago. This was out of your character's knowledge. This is like your sibling's kid, basically.
Okay, so it was a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Well, I still start there, I think, because I feel like she has a bust in this place. People might know about her. I'm not a researcher, I'm a talker, so I'm going to get people to give me as much information as I flit around the university.
Cool, yeah. Yeah, give me a willpower then, since this is all talking.
Yes. Fuck, where's the D10? Well, an 8.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to use a Fabula point. I have... Do you think that I could do a re-roll with a Fabula point because I'm charming?
Yeah, like, I'll say... You could do that.
In my identity.
Yeah, sure. I think you can.
I mean, you are charming too, Haley. Let's not forget.
Yeah, I am also from the past, and so maybe I could bring that up in a couple of conversations to keep things interesting. Okay, well, I'm gonna keep this 7. I think that's smart.
Yeah.
I feel.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a 10. All right, 17.
Oof.
Okay. Damn. All right.
nuts.
This is much better. Much better news.
Yeah. So I think asking around, the first thing that Teddy kind of gets to is you sort of start general and get directed to a librarian that is like very focused on genealogy and like noble family lineages, and like basically their whole job is to just like track down the lines of people.
Cool.
And so I guess knowing that, is there something that Teddy's looking for specifically related to this, or
Just a closest living heir, or any like, is there like, when with this genealogy or whatever, it's like, and this person wrote a book, and this person did a paper, and like, I don't know. Like, I'm just trying to see if I can find more information that could lead me down a path to, because I would like for this part to be done. I don't want to search for these people anymore. I just want to find them, be like, hey, this is cool. I'll talk to you later about it, and then be done with it. So just looking for these people.
cool. Yeah. I think unless there's more roleplay kind of stuff you want to do with getting this information, I will. You manage to collect like a
It's
list.
not just because I'm losing my voice for some reason.
It's all right. Just whisper the whole time.
Okay.
So
The ASMR. The
uh
whisper did not help.
No, it didn't. It really didn't.
so yeah, anyway, I think you get like a solid list of anyone that Teddy would have found interesting. I think kind of working with this genealogist person, they like start back in your lineage and like you kind of work your way down. And anytime Teddy was like, oh, that one sounds cool, like he wrote the name down for you. So you get like interesting people. And then on top of that, I think just like closest living relatives that are like still around.
Nice.
And we'll come up with that list. Like we can work on that kind of out of this.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's, I think, generally, you know, that takes a little bit of time, but Teddy,
Oh, lovely.
you managed to
That's
get
all the information I need.
cool.
Mission complete. I'm going home, guys.
All right.
Nice.
And finally, Fiona, what are you looking for?
I would like to find Masura because considering that everyone seems so keen on knowing what the deets are, I want to get to the bottom of how exactly I know her.
There's a bet you need
Oh,
to lose. I mean,
we
win.
solved
I mean,
this mystery.
resolve.
I didn't say sign up for any bet. So I would imagine just starting in the library, just because since it's kind of fuzzy as to how I know her, the library would be a good place to start. So
What is Fiona looking for specifically?
I think, if anything, since she already knows that Masura graduated, and considering she still gets involved with the school from time to time, from the sounds of it, she would probably ask like one of the staff members if they happen to know Masura and if she's like located within the school. If she's not within the school, if they have any sort of like way to contact her, so to speak. So
Okay. Yeah, we'll call that an insight willpower.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll me that.
Alrighty. Nope, that's the wrong button, Mel. You know how to do digital stuff. Insight and willpower. So a D10 and a D8. Let's see what we get. Haha, nope, that's a 5. I would like to spend a Fabula point. We're gonna re-roll both of them, I think, because I genuinely want to see if I can roll any higher. Knowing me. Hey, I got an 11.
What trait are you using to reroll?
Oh, that's a good point. Let me pull up the character sheet.
I want to know.
I
I'm
would
not
say
just rules lawyering you. I want to know for roleplay reasons.
for roleplay.
You definitely have traits that let this
Yes.
reroll, so like, yeah, it's more of just an interesting. How are you doing this?
I would say for identity, because she's a mage student looking for answers. She wants to know the answer. She wants to know, why is there like this big gap that I don't remember Masura. I know her, but I don't know her. So that one was an 11.
Okay. Yeah. So you ask around, and nobody really knows the name. Definitely not someone that's like a memorable student for any reason. Nobody seems to have any like anecdotes or anything, interesting about this student, which is not like the weirdest thing in the world. There's 5 colleges, 4 colleges that people really know about. Like there's a lot of students that come to these colleges for various reasons at varying levels of magical talent. Most people just end up going back to their village and like being a like practical magician in their village, fixing like small, repairing walls and like fixing the crops and shit like that, right? It's like not like a lot of people are not the most interesting mages in the world. But I think looking around, not really able to get any kind of information. It is kind of weird that like, she still works at least somewhat for the colleges. Like she brought back these materials. Like, that she probably was involved in some way. I think pushing a little deeper, you probably could look at like the essentially yearbooks, but like records of like graduating classes for the past amount of time. That you've met her before, you've been here for however many years. You could kind of like roll through all of those years. And I think doing that, you still don't find anything. She's not on any records of being a student here. It's not clear if she just works for the colleges and doesn't like was never actually a student, but her name is not in any books.
Interesting. Feeling a bit defeated about that, and still frustrated because she's still going to keep an eye out. She'll put the yearbooks back and she'll just rejoin with the rest of the group.
Cool.
Gosh darn it.
Any other researchy kind of things y'all want to do? Anything? All right. So we'll go ahead and skip like another day, basically. You make your way back to the barge right, settle in, oh yeah, what's up, Matt?
Sorry, because I have a thing. I'm not going to do it for all of the days that we time skip, but I at least want to get one in early.
Please.
I have the tavern talk.
Yeah.
Which lets me like ask a question of the GM of like, what am I hearing chatter wise whenever we sleep in an inn? Is there any like, did you hear about those ne'er-do-wells doing the steel? Like basically like, is there any sort of hubbub coming after we basically like infiltrated the Steel Kings and then pieced out with a captive and some like probably pretty expensive stuff? Like, is there any hubbub about that happening?
Yeah, nothing specific. You're not hearing anything of like, if specifically like, 4 weirdos broke into the Steel Kings and stole a captive and some stuff that they stole. You do get like,
I never did such a thing.
Not us.
You get some like rumors, you get some tavern talky kind of stuff of like, the Steel Kings seem to be agitated and potentially ramping up for something. Like there's I think kind of, people who have had little run-ins with the Steel Kings, people who are in the like area that's covered by their protection racket, like they are noticing that they're a little bit more on edge. They're a little bit more antsy, you know, anxious about potentially something that could be happening. But you don't really get any kind of idea. You just get a lot of stories of like, yeah, you know, they just come in and like take the gold. This time they decided that they were gonna break a few windows as well, and like they just weird reactions to things, kind of generally. So unclear if that's completely related to what you guys did, but
Or if it just would have
it's
been par for the. It would
yeah,
have happened without us intervening. But
yeah,
either way, there's a fire under their ass for some reason. Yeah.
yes.
Interesting.
So sleeping at the end, nothing of note happens unless something of note you want to have happen happens. Remember, you can always add to the story, change the story. You have Fabula points. But if not, nothing of note happens over the night. Another calm night in the barge, right? The next day,
Teddy's had 3 promotions.
actually, yeah, go ahead and roll me.
Ooh, yeah, we have a clock for it.
Roll me twice, both for the night before and this night, of just like you helping in the kitchen. So
Yeah.
I think we were calling that like a dexterity. I think it was a dex or agility,
Dex,
whatever. Is it? I've not done Fabula for long enough that my brain has reset. It is dex, yes, dex check.
Yes.
Dex.
Unless you want to convince me that it's something else.
Dex.
It doesn't
No,
help that
it's
like
fine.
every game decides will we use dexterity or agility for this one
Or like
stat that
speed
every game has.
or dodge
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
like what if we gave this thing
I know
7
what
names?
I'm gonna do. So one of the nights I'm in the kitchen cooking, and then the second night I'm actually running tables and getting
Okay.
opinions and like learning and doing all bits and pieces. So I'll do, if that's okay with you, one of each. Is
Yeah.
that- Okay, cool. So the dex. Oh my fucking god, yes. That's an 8 and a 7. What is that? 15.
15. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, absolutely. Ticks up the clock.
And then the 10 and the 10. But this isn't going to go as well for me. I just feel it. 9.
Were you gonna say something, Taylor?
Oh, sorry. While this is happening, so sorry. I was taking notes, so I don't know if everything actually absorbed. Because we broke into the Steel King's place and rescued a captive, have we heard anything? Like, is there
That
anything
was
going on?
that was Matt's
So,
question.
like, this is. Yeah, I
Ah,
also
okay,
was
sorry,
going to
sorry.
say that with my talking. Wait, is this which clock is this?
Teddy's kitchen help.
Oh, this is the. Yeah, this is Teddy's kitchen help. This isn't the Steel Kings.
Yeah, Ruin has a ability Tavern Talk that lets me ask a question
Oh,
like
that's
that.
what. Okay.
So I
That's
was
cool.
basically like, we're not wanted by this, not the
Yeah.
law, are we? And so far, it's like they are ratcheting up their intensity, but not directly connected to us, as far as we can tell.
Mm-hmm. If that 8 wasn't good enough, I'd be happy to chuck 20 mind points in to use my new persuasive skill and class or whatever it is. What are they called?
Skill.
Level?
Skill.
Skill. And so when I successfully perform a check to fill or erase sections of a clock, and it relied on charm, diplomacy, deception, or intimidation, I may spend up to 20 mind points to fill or erase a section of this clock. So I don't know. No, the last one was dex. Never mind. I don't know. I don't think I succeeded with an 8.
You did. That's all good. This is not this clock is less. It's not really like a numeric achievement thing. It's just Teddy's helping out. And unless you had somehow fumbled so hard that like you burned the barge right down or something, like we're good. So yeah.
That's the plan once we've built the Wyvern's rest.
Gotta get rid of the competition.
So after your shift, I think first
I'm
and
hoping
foremost
to make a sister connection. Like sister schools, we're gonna be sister taverns.
We're out of rooms, but the barge, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I guess first and foremost, we'll say sort of averaging those out, is there something Teddy would have wanted to get out of doing that other than just helping?
Pretty much exactly what I said was like
Okay.
the goal was to create like some sort of like, I've impressed you so much. Now I'm letting you know we're opening a business and that I want us to be friends and not competitors.
Okay.
And yeah, that's what I would like to do.
Okay. So the bartender slash manager, I don't know, it's not the person that owns this bar, but it's the only person that you've
Okay.
interacted with. It's the guy who's been talking to you the whole time.
Yeah.
So after the second shift of these 2 nights, after you filled the clock, basically, he comes up to you and I can't remember. I really need to write down what people's like voices sound like because I'm so bad, especially if they're going to be continued. I didn't think we were going to be here this long, but whatever.
Sorry.
Nah,
What's
it's
his
all good.
name?
His name, I think I have that written down somewhere. I don't know.
I think he
I
told me
don't
once
think I
upon a time,
do.
but for some reason I didn't write it down.
I think I did too, but I also didn't write it down because
Corval Norris, and he always smells of sea salt.
Okay, cool. There we go. Perfect. That's his name, Corval.
I took notes.
Good. I'm glad someone's taking notes. I rely on you all to actually have notes for things. So,
I've got 6
Writing it
pages
right
and I
now.
don't have that.
so yeah, Corval comes over.
Of sea salt.
He
Hi.
at the end
Hello.
of your shift, he comes up and with a mug of ale or whatever Teddy's chosen poison is. I don't know whatever Teddy's been drinking at the tavern. He's like clocked as the thing that she likes.
Yes, it would be a glass of wine.
Okay.
I believe.
He comes over with just some wine, but definitely not in a wine glass. Like that's way too fancy for this place. It's definitely just
Yes.
like he
In a
had
cup.
some grape juice that
It's
maybe got
fine.
left over and like turned to wine. Like it's not good.
Oh god.
But it's not terrible either.
No.
It's it's fine.
It'll do.
So he sits down with you. He
Drinks
sets
of
his
the future are very interesting.
he sets down his mug. I'm trying to think, my integration-y thing isn't working. Oh wait, I know why. Maybe. Nope. There we go. Sorry, one sec. Pulling something up. Are you gonna work? Okay, whatever. I can't pull his face up. I was trying to pull his face up on stream with the pixel
No.
art. It's not working.
I
I need to
remember
sit down
that.
and figure out why that's not working. But whatever. He sits down. His mug, your mug. Miss Buttersby, there's no easy way to say this, but we can't keep you on here. You've been doing great work.
That is news. May I ask why?
Well, frankly, you're doing too good of a job, and let's be honest, you're not the kind of person that's gonna stay here.
Well, no, I actually do have an inn of my own, a tavern, as you would say.
Oh,
It's being renovated as you speak.
oh, well, that's wonderful. That makes this much easier.
Yes, I did think I was going to have to break your heart, but it turns out that you were to break mine.
Well,
Um,
our clientele have a certain expectation of the quality of what we provide here, and recently your work has been raising that expectation, which is wonderful. It's been great, but
I have noticed the upturn in clientele.
It's not
If-
sustainable.
if you're not going to stick around, and it sounds like you're not, we can't keep going.
No, but I would like to continue to work with you.
Absolutely. I mean, we'll reset to our normal level of clientele, but I'm sure you're more than welcome to tell the folks that you've brought in that you're starting up your own thing.
No. I'm not here to poach business from you. My work speaks for itself, as you clearly know. Yes, but if you do happen to fill up here and need to send some overflow anywhere, please think of me.
Oh, absolutely. What is your new venture called? Where is it? What is it?
Oh, fuck. Um.
What an interesting name for a tavern. The
It
Oh Fuck.
is, yes. The oh fuck. No, it is called. It's
The Wyvern.
called the Wyverns.
Is it the Wyvern's Rest?
She's going off script. What's
Oh
gonna happen?
no! Yes, it's gonna be the Wyverns Company, and it's no
Wyvern and Co.
and Wyvern and Co.
Again, just Wyvern spelled with no vowels, like a tech company.
Yeah.
Yes, Wyvern. It's pronounced Wyvern, and I believe it is in the art district near the other docks. Where the fuck is it?
It's in the artisan blocks, which is like
Artisan,
kind of on the other side
artisan
of the city.
blocks.
Oh,
At them art blocks.
is that the old tavern? The used to be a tavern, the Wyvern.
Yes, that's it.
Interesting. Well,
Well, I didn't like that. Please. Tell me, what was that for?
just
Bad news of the Wyvern? Should I change the name entirely?
just rumors I've heard in my time around
Anything that's
here.
gonna get me cancelled?
I'm not sure what that means, but
Oh, cancel culture was very big 400 years ago.
sounds like a really dumb name for a thing that basically just means you still get your Netflix special.
All right. Yes, please tell me the rumors. I love a bit of gossip.
If it's
And
the
bad.
if it's the same place I'm thinking of, it's nothing
It is.
will
It's
tarnish.
it would be very unlikely that there's another closed tavern called the Wyvern in the same area.
Fair. Nothing that's gonna tarnish your reputation. I've just heard rumors of
Boring.
you know, tall tales, urban legends, ghost stories, sort of thing.
Ghosts, you say? And I,
Raggy.
It's
and I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you meddling kids.
I'm a dumb dog.
there's just some legends of the previous, well, not the previous owners, the original owners, and
Ooh.
just the grisly happenstances that happened there.
Details. Give me details. Please.
Okay, I mean, it's been probably 150 years ago at this point. Way before my time. But
Will there be a book?
maybe it's. I mean, the college collects all sorts of writing on things, but
I'm going to say this out loud near Fiona, and they should fix it for me.
the gist is something bad happened with the original owners, and it's been a long running.
They were murdered.
Maybe. I'm really not certain. But obviously, I mean, you've seen the building. Wasn't always a tavern, so something has happened there, and was out of the family of whoever built the building, and
Do you love a mystery?
the previous tavern that was there clearly didn't stick around for whatever reason.
They weren't
but you know,
me.
yeah, you know how these things go. People fail at business and decide to blame it on urban legends or ghost stories, this sort of thing. It's hard to say exactly what happened there. But just thought I'd
Thank
warn
you.
you about that, if that's, Be careful.
No, I appreciate it. Maybe I will turn it into some sort of haunted mansion and play off of it.
I've a great branding opportunity. Really marketing minded there.
Let people know what they're getting in for rather than putting putting makeup on a pig.
Sure. I think I had a cousin that did that one time.
Oh. Okay.
Although that might have just been his wife. It's hard to say.
Oh, that's not very nice.
He's not a very good person.
Okay.
Neither is she.
Okay.
I really wanted to defend him, be like, oh, was she a beastkin as well? Like, was he learning to do makeup for like a bonding thing? But no, they were both just assholes. Okay.
This is incredible. This is the NPC lore that I crave.
I'm going to bed now.
This gives me life.
Well, have a good night, and again, thank you for all of your help. I really am more than happy to point people your direction.
Yes, and I'm sorry if I change things.
It'll take a little time. People might be a little disappointed in the quality of things, but you've taught me some things. I've learned some new things. I feel confident I can. I won't be able to get to your level, but better than the moldy bread and cheese that we were serving prior.
That's true. That is very true. We will, if you need any more advice, feel free to reach out.
Of course.
Have a good night.
You too, Miss Buttersby.
Please, call me Teddy. And she walks upstairs.
Good night, Teddy.
Can I use a Fabula point to make him her husband? No. I'm kidding.
Turns out, it's actually
His
the
name
cousin.
His last name is Norris. It's okay, I wasn't flirting.
He's the first person that's
He
been
earned
given
Teddy.
permission to call
Mhm.
First Teddy.
Miss Buttersby
Incredible.
Teddy.
I love it.
That's exciting.
I love how an NPC got there before we did. So
Yeah.
Have you met us? I believe this
It's not
entirely.
surprising.
Most
Also,
believable thing that's happened.
Honestly, she spent more time with him than you guys a little
Technically.
bit.
Yeah, that's
It's
totally
like
fair.
second
No, that's
base
very true.
probably.
for Teddy,
Yes.
too. That's
Yeah,
like.
it's pretty even. What's that, sorry?
I said that's like second base for Teddy. That's moving quick.
Yeah.
Also, I realized that there was something. I stole the South Dock Manifest / ledger.
You did.
I did. I'm looking at my backpack. Is there anything of interest or anything incriminating that I should possibly hand over to the Wilders?
Give me a
Or that I can just snoop?
give me an insight roll. We'll see if you have any idea of what might be on here.
It's not my good stat. 9.
No. There's nothing interesting. I was trying to decide if you'd rolled really well, there might have been something interesting, but like
Oh, can I hang on? What am I?
this is not I don't have a plot point related to this. You're not uncovering some
Okay.
mystery that I have like set up for you. If you want to re-roll, you can, but this is basically just you might be able to find some criminal activity in the ledger if you re-roll, but
Identity freeze. Well, technically, I rolled a 5 and a 4 on 2d6.
Oh, it's not gonna get much better than that then.
It's really not. That's a huge
Yeah.
gamble to re-roll them.
Yeah. You'd only want to re-roll the 4, and that's a 50-50. That's worse than 50-50 because there's only 2 numbers
Yeah.
better.
Yeah, I don't think it's quite worth it.
50-50's bad.
Does it? I know. I was gonna say. Does it tell me anything at all as to what could potentially be in that third warehouse that we couldn't get into?
definitely not about the third warehouse. The only thing on this ledger is like incoming and outgoing shipments, and it all seems very
I think even with just like a lower level 9, like you get the idea that like this definitely isn't the real thing of like all the stuff coming in and out. It's like 200 pounds of grain, 400 blankets, there's just random shit from around the empire that's getting imported in, but like there's definitely stuff
This
that's
isn't the
not
real
real.
ledger.
Like for a fact they're bringing in illegal shit, and like it's none of that's listed here, which paper
Yeah.
trails and all that good stuff. So yeah, nothing too interesting. I mean, there's a lot of data, like there's a lot of ingoing and outgoing things from this place. This really feels like the kind of thing that they show to the fucking like port authority to be like, yes, we are above
Yeah.
board. And the port authority guy goes, cool, thank you, I'll take my gold now, please, and I won't look at your book.
Yep. All right. Cool. So I stole the wrong one.
Or there wasn't even a real one to steal.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
Yeah.
they don't have a written ledger of all of the incoming and outgoing illegal things that they have.
yeah. On a scale of Hegseth to anyone competent, what is their OPSEC?
Normal human being.
Yeah, so about a 5 on
Yeah,
that scale.
yeah.
Halfway.
About 10 Hegseths put together in a signal chat.
I don't understand.
Don't worry about it.
It's an American
It's
joke.
yeah.
Don't
Okay.
don't validate our nonsense.
So yeah, cool.
What do we say about providing a slideshow before every American
Yeah,
joke is?
we do need.
but
Yeah, I'm
then
gonna.
posted
We'll make
into
you one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Look,
I'm gonna need
all
that.
you need to know is that America is a joke these days, and so
Oh my
anything
God.
we
What
reference.
we have to start doing is on a separate day, we're gonna stream a slideshow where you guys update us on the weekly US news so we can stay up to date.
We're
with
just
the
gonna start
memes.
fucking last week tonight, but
Yeah.
and me and Matt and Mel telling you what's happened in the U.S.
Yeah.
Last week tonight by 3 TTRPG assholes.
Yeah. 3 dumbasses
I'm not
explain
that
the
big of
news.
an asshole. I'm
3 dumbasses explain ellipsis. That's the title of the show.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Every episode's called Oh No.
Arnar. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So unless there's anything else that y'all want to do, we go into the next day. You get some you get an update from Yosi telling you that the Wyvern is complete. Yes, Tangled Floss, exactly. Incompetence on a leaking war plans to a journalist on an unsecured public text app scale. Exactly.
That I know. That I understand.
That was what that joke was. That's the guy
That
who
was
did
what
it.
that-
Was the joke we were making.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so Wyvern is ready. Yosi even updates you that he's got some he had some contacts. He pulled some strings and got some provisional furniture for you all. Some beds and shit. Like nothing, too crazy, but enough place that you guys can stay there now.
Advanced
Did he
couch.
stop in?
Oh
yeah,
my God.
yeah, sure.
Oh,
He actually
excuse me.
you get a courier note that he'll meet you at the Wyvern if you
All right.
want to talk to
I
him.
do have questions for him. Yes, I want to ask about this 150-year-old gossip.
Cool. Then, yeah.
I shall rest the group about the gossip also.
Wait, you're telling me that the tavern we got might be haunted?
Yes, I believe that's exactly what I heard.
Amazing.
He said the word ghosts. Not sure
I'm
what
down.
a ghost story is. No, no. He said ghosts for sure.
I like that he said urban legends, rumors, ghost stories.
Ghost stories.
Ghosts.
Or
It's
15 other
ghosts.
ghosts.
Yeah.
It's gotta be ghosts.
What could it be?
Clear bias in the listener.
Not a poltergeist or anything.
No,
Or a topa.
listen, my favorite part about role playing is being an unreliable narrator.
It's my favorite part about life.
Haley, I love you so much.
It's blowing my mind a little bit. Hold on. I'm recovering from the existential crisis that just was visited upon me. That's up there with decay as the only extant form of life. Is all my favorite part of life is being an unreliable narrator for it.
Yeah. It's true.
Mind
Yeah.
blown.
You gotta embrace the chaos. Embrace the no one knows what the fuck's going on, so you can just make it up. It's great. Okay, so yeah, you get to the Wyvern. Things are looking pretty good. Someone tell me, what color did they repaint the door for you?
Green.
Green. I was just gonna say green. You bastard.
What kind of green? What like
dark
Christmas
forest green.
themed hotel.
cool, yeah.
What did Haley say?
Christmas themed hotel.
Christmas themed hotel.
Christmas.
Oh.
I'm thinking like the dark green, maybe. Like
I was thinking
Nice
dark green as well. Ooh, like an emerald forest
Like a
green.
rich
Yeah.
emeralds. Yeah. Like a
Yes.
deep emerald green.
Yellow brick road to the Emerald City.
In my head, the only reason I went green is because every time I want to like make a tavern, like every time that weird thought, we should buy a bar, goes into my head. It's just the Hobbit. It's Merry and Pippin singing, comes from the Green Dragon. Like it's just that every time.
Sometime I'll have to tell you
Comes
all
from
about
the
my
Green Wyvern.
ridiculously detailed plan to start a bar. Like I have like a whole, I have a business plan worked out. So whenever we're ready to start the commune, we'll also start the bar.
Heck yes.
But
There's
anyway,
a bar just outside the commune, and it's basically recruitment / funding. For
it's
said
like
commune.
casinos outside of the reservation, but it's just like the bar outside of the commune. Incredible. Yeah, okay, yeah. You show up. The door is this nice deep emerald green, not forest green, emerald green. Really eye-catching. Really draws the eye in. And you see they've sort of like washed down the walls, and like it looks much nicer. It looks much cleaner. They have probably like you can kind of tell that like there's been some magic worked here too. So like where there were holes in the floor, some kind of like time reversal, entropy reversal magic, like very light, just repair magic, right? But like has put these things back together. And so it's looking really good. It looks very, very nice. It's pretty empty still. There's still a bar. You still have there's still a lot of work to be done. But what that will basically mean is that we will tick up the first of the Wyvern repair clock. Ticks.
Yay!
And you get a freebie there. But yeah, you are there. Yosi is there. What would you like to
That freebie is to save us for when I inevitably botch a roll and we don't plummet into you burned the Wyvern down. Good job.
Don't say I never did anything
Fiona
for you.
forgot to blow a candle out before she fell asleep reading.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you get there. Yosi is there. There's a couple like workers like moving, like carrying their like paint cans and shit out. But yeah, as you get there, it's all wrapping up and you're good to move in. What would you like to do?
Hello.
I'm definitely running all the way up to the library because I want to see how nice and not dusty it looks.
This is looking pretty strong.
Raise you.
Yosi.
Right.
Wow.
Immediately run after Saoirse.
Goodbye.
Go ahead.
Yosi, do you mind if I ask you some questions about the previous residents? I seem to have heard some rumors.
Yeah. I also can't
Do you know
remember
the
Yosi's
history of
voice,
this
so
building? That's
He
fine.
was
all
very.
all data has gone out of my head, but
It was very light. Basically, your voice pitched up maybe a half
Cool.
octave, and just like kind of nerdy, awkward guy.
okay, cool. Yeah, that was kind of what I was rolling with. So sounds good.
Yep.
Yeah. What would you like to know?
The story, honestly.
I mean, I assume you're talking about the unfounded urban legends surrounding this place.
Yes.
Between you and me, I acquired it from the previous tavern owners, who were less than reputable. Let's just say they were a bit loose with their money, and so it's not really surprising that this place never really got off the ground. They never actually even opened. It was called the Wyvern. They got a lot of this stuff set up, but they never actually opened the tavern itself. They'd invested a lot in renovations to bring this from the more manor style setup to a more inn style tavern style setup. But
Can you tell me about the family that lived here before?
yeah, there's all kinds of rumors that go around with them. I personally don't think any of them have any merit, but the legend goes, the guy who lived here before, his name was Atticus Alvera. He was a minor noble, kind of a small time spellcaster. People, he seemed to be somewhat.
Sorry, what was his name?
Atticus Alvera. Atticus Alvara.
God, I'm amazing. I got that right.
I did not.
Doesn't happen very often.
You know, as many people do, as he got older and older, he got more fearful of death, of shuffling off this mortal coil, so to speak. And the legend goes that he tried to bind his soul to a magical something. It changes in the story whether he bound it to the building or to an amulet or to, you know, some book or something. Who can say where and what he bound his soul to? In my opinion, it's all hogwash. He probably was a minor spellcaster, but who can say what he actually did? But the story goes that he tried to become immortal, and in the way that magic tends to bite those who don't know what they're doing with it, was bit by it, and brought about his untimely death in an attempt to stave off his timely one.
All right. Well, thank you for the update. That gives me a place to start, just out of morbid curiosity.
Yeah, and I hope there's no founding to it. If you do run into any ghosts or goblins or ghouls or any sorts of weird things, I believe in you all. I think you all can take care of this.
Normally
And if
that
not-
sentence ends with "let me know," but whatever.
Now, what am I gonna do
guess
about
we'll
it?
sort it out.
It's our place, technically.
I'm not some
And-
kind of
yeah.
buster of ghosts or anything. I don't know who you'd call.
Who are you gonna call? Chris Hemsworth. Sorry, me being stupid.
Goodbye then.
Well, all right, I'll leave, I guess.
Dismissed.
Well,
Well, I mean, we could stand here silently, but
that sounds good to me. I like that. Just
okay.
quiet. We'll just stand here. No words. No,
Just staring
I-
into each other's eyes.
exactly. You have beautiful
How
eyes,
tall
Ruin.
are you?
Yoshi's very
Oh.
short. he is bordering on like half folk height, but not quite.
What does that mean?
Half folk are just like halflings in this world. Basically, take any of the dwarves, rock folk, halflings, half folk. Hell touched are tieflings. Like they're all just named slightly different because it's not
One
D&D.
step over.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So yes, he's pretty short. But anyway, you all need some time to settle into your new home, and I do have a gift for you. And he reaches into like his bag and pulls out. I've been holding on to this. It's a pretty good vintage. I don't what do you call it when it's whiskey? It's an old.
Vintage
It's
skill
well
pass.
aged. From my personal collection. And he
Oh,
hands you
lovely.
a nice bottle. I thought maybe it could, you all could share a drink, and then it could be the first of many at this bar. And I hope to come back and have a drink here in the near future.
Thank you very much. I do appreciate this. You're
Yeah.
much kind.
That'd be cool.
Of course. Again, I apologize for the run around around the pence, but I do hope that this place is enough recompense for you that we can be on good terms.
It's okay. We would have spent it all in one day anyway.
That would have been. It's one of those things where it's like you get suddenly rich and then catastrophically dead the next day because you don't know how to handle money. Yeah, this is probably the better way.
This is an
Yeah.
investment.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of, any advice on where we should start or how?
I mean, it's really up to you. I can give you the names of some people to contact depending on what you need. I've got some suppliers for things. But everything should be in working condition. You know, you're not going to fall through any of the floors anymore. But
It's just time to decorate.
yeah, decorated. Get you. I mean, I think generally some tables, some more bottles. You know, supplies, some things for the
Work on
kitchen.
the menu,
Yeah.
all that kind of
Yes.
stuff.
I could do that. Look up some local furniture builders.
And if we do find a spooky amulet or book or some other soul bound to item, we know just the reliquaries shop to sell that to.
That is
No,
a
not
little bit
interested.
outside of my. And if it's really haunted, you can go ahead and I deal with kitschy magic items, like
Gotcha.
minor items. You know, the kinds of things that
Minor.
do little spells and things like that.
I mean, he was a minor
haunted.
noble.
Yeah, true.
I got you there.
Fair. Thank you. But yeah, I mean, if you find an amulet and it isn't haunted, I would be maybe interested in looking into it. But if it is haunted, I'm sure there's someone that would buy it. But it's kind
Maybe
of
we'll
outside of my.
unhaunt it for you.
Yeah,
And then you can take
that would be
it.
that could help.
All right.
Well, I will leave you to it, and good luck. I'm sure we'll be in touch.
Thank
I
you.
think I've got some potential work for you all coming up in the near future if you're around and interested. So I'll get that to you as soon as I can. I'll be in touch.
Sounds wonderful.
And he
You know where to find us.
shuffles on out.
At the Green Wyvern.
I have a feeling like right as Yosi leaves, Fiona probably comes back down at around that point, because I'd imagine that brief convo is enough to like circumvent the
Yeah.
library.
So I guess yeah.
Wait,
What?
real quick to erase.
I feel like Saoirse definitely got there first, and Fiona's upset that Saoirse got there first to see the unveiling of the library, and she's just
Oh.
happy about it.
Oh no. So, Saoirse was just like, wait, what did you say specifically? Like, oh, I want to go see.
The library. What her room would be. So she wants to go see
Ah.
the study for all that.
Saoirse was just the fucking hell, Colin.
That's in your head now. You're
Timeline.
welcome. Honka.
Bam! See, shouldn't have looked at chat. If Fiona was like, "Oh, I want to go see," that's all Saoirse needed, and she would have just continued straight up the stairs to her own room.
Ah, okay.
But I have we can do a quick rollie.
What if
To see who
Saoirse
goes.
goes into the study first?
No, just to who gets up the stairs faster. But if you're happy to concede that,
Oh no,
then-
she's happy to concede as long as she doesn't
Cool.
want the library spoiled for her. So she wants
Oh,
to
no,
be
no,
the
no.
first one to see it.
Saoirse just wants to race up. Okay,
So-
I'm good.
With that in mind, Fiona comes back down very happy that she got to see the library and the study. Where did Yose go?
Back to wherever he does stuff. I guess back to his shop or into the space between shops. I don't know.
Look what he left us. And I hold
Mhm.
up a bottle of whiskey.
Oh, certainly
wanna-
a very old one indeed, and that should be very tasty for all of us to enjoy.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and find like a really pretty spot on the bar, like the back of the bar, for it to sit like our first bottle on the bar. So then
Does
we
it
can
have
pour it out. on the-
like they've got like the actual bar, and then like are there like fancy like really nice like restored wooden shelves. They have like their own little downlights, and we can just put like
Yeah.
this particular bottle at the top and have like some maybe
Downlights,
little greenery and be like,
candles.
"Ta-da!" Yeah.
Downlights.
Yeah,
You tell me. What does the bar look like?
It really. I think
That's
that
what the
looks
bar
really
looks like.
good.
Those
Like,
look
really
really good. It's just-
rustic.
it was just a step up suddenly in the level of renovation in terms of like the tech that's installed there.
I'll spend a
'Cause
Fabula point for it.
these downlights are important to me.
Yeah,
You've got to like
lighting
you
is
gotta change
everything.
you gotta change out the like the what are they, fireflies? Like every
Yeah.
couple of weeks, like.
We gotta feed them and actually like keep the fireflies alive.
There, that is actually a good question. Is like with the level of like Arcana tech, is there such a thing as like in-house like electricity where it's like got arcane elements coming in and like powering on stuff with switches and buttons?
Yeah, so like the level
the
of
gas.
They
technology.
clap on, clap off.
Yeah, so in D&D terms, like entirely possible that you would enchant a piece of arcanium with like the light spell. And so it is repeatable and castable, doesn't take any components or anything. So yes, there are totally those things. There's less in the way of like movable lights, because you could carry around a piece of arcanium that was enchanted in the same way, but like it's a little bit easier if it like lives in a spot. And so yes, absolutely. Generally, I would say think like anything that's kind of like steampunk adjacent is magic punk adjacent, right? So
Gotcha.
yeah.
That's what that was the disconnect in my head, is that like it wouldn't be wired up. We would need to like go, part of our refurbishment would be like, oh, we want downlighting, like going and get those little pieces installed. Yeah.
Right.
Because that would look, that I always do love the like the dope shelves behind a bar and like downlights and all the bottles like sparkle and the glassware is all like highlight. Yeah. It's a vibe.
And
Do we open
lighting
this
sets
now?
the mood.
I mean, it's
Oh.
the what do you call it? The christening of our own tavern. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't see why
Technically,
we
we're
should.
not open yet.
No,
Like it's livable, but we're not really open for business. So like, do we open and drink it to go, here's to us and forming a team? Or do we save it and be like, here's to us starting a business?
I'm slightly biased in my answer because I want to drink right now. But I say the first one only because, like, opening night could be something to celebrate. It could go horribly wrong. It could be that we're so fucking
Either way.
exhausted after all of it that you don't even want to drink. Right now, I got energy and I want to just a little drink. A little.
Rowan, are you wanting to celebrate having a team and friends?
I never said I had friends. I have a team. I have a team. We have co-owners of a bar, and that is something worth celebrating.
So
Same
then-
diff.
all of that talk that you said, Sir Rowan, about our group disbanding and all of that jazz. If we're all business partners, that's not
Yeah.
necessarily something that would disband.
I mean, businesses collapse all the time, and sometimes people walk away. You never know. Anything could happen.
Yeah,
I'm
but
just saying.
You don't go into business with people you don't like or get along with.
Ooh, you've clearly not had many businesses. Of course, then again, neither have I.
Yes, that is very true.
Well, I am in agreement with Sir Rowan, and I think a drink for tonight is actually very appropriate.
So this one, or do we find another bottle?
I mean, we
Let's
have a
treat
bottle
ourselves to
ready.
this one, and then I think that what we should do is buy ourselves something fancy for opening night.
Hmm.
Okie dokie.
Let's do this one just for us. And then
Okie
sell it
dokie.
at $100 a shot.
This had better be good shit.
We'll see. pull some glasses down. Do a
Only one way to
flourish,
find out.
Pour some
Oh,
drinks
no,
up
no, no,
for
not for
us.
me though.
Oh, you don't want any?
Oh, I really do. But alcohol and I don't get along. Weird things happen.
Okay.
That sounds
Noted.
perfectly fine. Better to do that before there's any furniture in here that we don't want breaking.
And it's just the four of us, Saoirse, so
Do you
we have
partake in
always-
anything else? I could get you some snuff.
Magic
Oh
mushrooms.
my.
Well, I don't really know how
Cigarette of
other
marijuana?
things. I don't know how things would work here than back home.
Well,
Screw
so
it.
far, if you just assume everything works exactly the same, things turned out pretty well so far for me.
Says the time traveler.
Yep.
Okay, screw it. Hit me.
But let's not pressure you.
Oh, the temptation. No, there we go.
Through here, you asshole.
Yes, correct.
Fiona, I expected more
No,
from
that
you.
was Mel doing it.
I know exactly. It was Matt and Ruin, and it was just Mel.
Just Mel, nothing.
I do feel I need to point out that it is like 10 in the morning.
Fuck, yeah,
It's
so-
fine.
All right,
Summer
yeah,
as well.
just making sure. Yeah.
There's no social norm for drinking in this world. It happens to
Yeah.
happen whenever.
Yeah, it's fine.
And even if there are social norms around drinking, social norms are bullshit. Just blah, 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 blah.
Yes, nothing like a morning whiskey back in my day.
It's how I take the edge off to get through the rest of the day.
You can't
Oh,
drink all
nice
day
little
if you don't
sniff
start in the morning.
This and
Exactly.
yeah, and a little pill
You
of
can't get
ecstasy.
hungover if you don't stop drinking.
Just a little
And
tab
what?
of the. Just a little hit of ketamine, you know? Just for the.
Just those little like purse tins. Just-
Instead of cigarettes.
Ah.
it's-
Anyone heard of the Pocket? Not a sponsor. Great
Poppers?
product though.
Oh
No,
my
they're,
God.
they're called Pocket, and they're just this little thing, and they've got tiny little compartments that you, instead of having
Yes.
like 10 packets of medication in your handbag, you just have this one little thing, and it's got like multiple compartments. You just pop your meds in that, and it's tiny and it's great.
Yes.
Does it
I
work
don't
like a-
have one of those. I just have a single tin for myself.
Okay.
Just a Pez
For my
dispenser.
little pills. Yes, I have a Pez dispenser full of little pills.
Wait, wow.
I
It's
Oh
like
god,
a
is there a
dragon head or
character in One
something.
Piece that does that? That like
I am running
pops
out.
something
Yeah.
out of a little thing and
Yeah.
I feel like Chopper does that. No, am I? I
Yeah.
can't.
I've not watched it, so.
Is it One Piece or is it something else?
It's probably something else. My brain.
It feels familiar.
So yeah,
Anyway.
you drink your whiskey. It's very good. It is a
And-
very, very fine bottle of whiskey.
Hell yeah.
We accidentally finish it.
It's fine.
And nap time.
Let's go shopping.
No, not shopping. Hold on. We gotta look
Plan.
around. We gotta look around this place. See if there's any
For the
fucking
haunted book.
cursed amulets and books and shit. Yeah, let's find a
Yes.
thing.
I'm gonna start ripping up where the holes were.
Cool.
No,
Okay.
no, we gotta carefully.
Okay, carefully.
Cool. Yeah. So going into we'll fade off of that for just a second and into our break for the night. So we're gonna take a quick 5-minute break, and when we come back, we will be back with more. What's going on at the Wyvern? So sorry, I have
It's
to
not
get
just what's going on. I can see the title. It says what lurks in the Wyvern. What are you gonna do to us? What are you gonna do to us?
Don't worry. Don't
Ah.
forget. There's a content
Well,
warning
but-
when we
What
come back.
are those content warnings for?
Don't worry
Content
about
I'm about
warning
to
coming
spend
back.
all my Fabula points to erase those content warnings.
it.
I mean, I've got 3 of them, so
I got one.
There is exactly 2 mimes downstairs, and you know which 2 mimes.
All right. Well, 5 minutes. We'll be back after our quick break. Don't leave us. Come back. Go get your bathroom snacks. Go do all the fun stuff, and then come back for the content warning part. We're getting close.
It's what we're
We're
really
moving
here for.
close to the content warning part. So I'll reread those at the top. But until then, we'll see you in just a little bit. Bye bye.
Go away.
Bye.
Hello, everyone. We're back. Sorry.
Honka, honka.
Honka honka. Stop
What?
saying big zongazongs.
Wow.
It's one of my favorite video audios on TikTok. Welcome back,
pretty
everybody.
great.
Sorry, we had some life stuff that people were taking care of, so we were just waiting for everybody to get back. Because I really wanted everyone to be here because we're about to get into the content warning stuff. You know, the good stuff, the fun stuff.
Sorry, everyone. I'll apologize. to
Yeah, it's all Haley's fault. Blame
It's
her.
okay.
Send her hate mail. You know,
No.
whatever. We'll make sure her address gets posted on the internet.
Yes.
No, you
But
send
can
hate
you-
mail to Haley. All of Tails is canceled because
Oh,
Haley
dude.
is the pinnacle
Did
of all
Twitch
of
just
Do
Tails.
not-
Wait, can you guys not speak for me? I'd love some hate mail, and can you include a couple of pot of menthols?
I know what I'm
I
doing.
just want some throat lozenges, please.
Oh. Oh, Haley.
A little bit of throat coat.
Yeah. That's what I need.
Mm-hmm.
I'll send it to you, I promise.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. Well, sorry. I'm trying to see. Is stream
I
like
can
real
get you in a
blurry
couple
for
of hours,
everybody?
Haley.
I'm good on my end.
Okay.
I
Stream
can see it
manager's
on my
good.
end.
No,
I can
I
see it on
refreshed.
mine.
It's fine.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it
have
was just
my
mine being weird.
It was
settings
me.
down to like 360p, so that it
Yeah.
doesn't take up a whole bunch of time. Like it's always blurry for me.
I don't know,
Cool.
like it crashed for me. It was like network
Oh.
error. I was like, oh no.
No,
Oh,
I
well.
didn't see that. We're good.
All right. Well, welcome back. Where we left off, you all had just gotten to the Wyvern, newly renovated, ready for you to stay in. You had your ceremonial whiskey that Yosi gave you, and you were off to investigate, looking for anything spooky. I think anything, ghosts.
Hold on, I gotta roll. I gotta roll for the sake of knowing how drunk Ruin is right
Oh
now.
god.
Yeah.
Oh,
We took
Oh.
one shot.
no, Ruin did it was more than that. we fast forwarded a little bit. Oh, 14. I think he's
Okay.
actually totally fine.
Yeah. Okay, so real quick, off the top here, content warning for the rest of this episode for death, time shit, bugs, dogs/wolves, body horror, and live burial.
Spoilers.
Radical. Okay. This is just my list of yes pleases, but Ruin. What was the last thing you said? You don't have to remember
Me?
exactly. What was the last thing that Ruin did right before we went to break?
Ruin, feeling good, day drunk, tipsy, is like, let's fucking just find whatever this creepy shit is. Where's a cursed amulet, cursed book? Let's go track this down.
To
Solve
the innkeeper's
mystery.
room.
All right.
And I'm gonna swim to the innkeeper's room.
Ruin. Darkness. The smell of forest rot, wet and musty. As your eyes refocus, you begin to parse the darkness. Spindly branches split cracks across a starless sky. Slowly, you become aware of the rest of your surroundings. You're lying on the ground, cool leaves and dirt beneath you. What do you do?
Try and get up. I'm assuming I'm lying down on my back. I can't remember if you said that, but I'm going to try and just get up.
Only your eyes seem to move. As you strain to look around, you can't see your body. You have become the dirt, loamy and rotted. Suddenly, the sound of padded feet cuts through the silence of the wood. And you look around, and before you, a hulking, fur-covered form. Red eyes pierce through the night, settling directly on yours. Blood drips from powerful jaws. One paw moves close forward, one step closer. Black, oozing corruption seeps from the nose and mouth. A snarl cuts low through the darkness. What do you do?
Bad dog. No. Mm-mm. Still trying to move, trying to like shift awareness into the dirt and the leaves and see if like any of it can move.
As you do, your body recorporealizes from the loam. You are free to move. You're still in the dream, or whatever this thing is.
Is this a thing I remember happening? Or is this new?
It's new. There are echoes, potentially, of past horrors, past fears.
Do I have my walking stick?
No.
I can growl too. Don't fucking get closer, you piece of shit. And just like, just literally, just like, don't get closer. Like, trying to scare this thing off.
It doesn't respond to you. It hunkers down lower into a feral hunting stance, ready to leap. But it doesn't yet. We're going to jump to Teddy. Teddy.
There's a new clock and I'm scared.
What does the clock say? I can't read it. It's too blurry.
The
Haunting.
haunting.
Oh no.
There's a lot of
Ghosts.
pieces to this clock. I don't like it.
Yeah, this is an 8-segment clock. We got some work to do.
Oh no.
Teddy,
Yes.
you stand in the central square of a town you do not recognize.
This isn't the innkeeper's room.
All around you, the figures of humans move about, motion blurring as they go about their usual business. All of them have their backs turned towards you. A small figure,
Oh.
a child you assume, runs past, bumping into you. As they run, a small silver locket drops to the ground.
Going to pick up the locket and try and chase after the little girl.
The figure is vanished into the crowd, but the locket is there, is in your hand.
Is it open?
It would.
Okay.
Do you open it?
Yes.
Okay.
I have no reason. I'm trying to figure out where this is going to go. I look for the little girl and I say, little girl! Why is everyone ignoring me? And then I get more frustrated with that as I try and get people's attention.
Inside is a small painting of 3 forms. Though the faces are blurred, you have the feeling that this is a family. Probably 2 parents and the child that you saw run past. And though you can't make any of it out, it seems like a relatively normal painting, picture of this family in this locket.
I am trying to turn the people that have got their backs to me. Is it everybody?
Yeah, everyone in the crowd, everyone going about their business. No one seems to be paying attention to you. And time definitely isn't moving the way that you would expect it to. The figures as they go about move quickly. The sort of motion blur of time sped up while you are observing occurs with every motion, every movement, everything that these people do.
Desperately trying to get someone's attention so she can look for the parents of this young girl that's lost their locket. She is kind of becoming a little bit more frantic as she's like grabbing people now. Excuse me. Please. Please?
So you settle your hand on the shoulder of one of the people around you. You sort of pull them towards you, and they turn. The face looking back at you is not human. 3 hands slowly move between faded ticks, the procession of a clock boring itself into your consciousness. We're going to go ahead and jump to Saoirse.
I hate it.
No, we're not. No, we're not. You can skip me. It's fine.
Saoirse, you find yourself in inky blackness. No sights, no sounds. The smell of pine is all that exists to ground you as a physical being. Suddenly, the feeling of descent and a shock as wherever you are hits something outside of it. What would you like to do?
Nothing. I don't like it here.
Above you, a soft thud. Another. Sound continues. The feeling and sensation of a great weight just above you builds, and then silence. Your body glows softly with fey light, and your eyes begin to adjust. You move your head, finally free of whatever paralysis held you in place.
What do I see?
You find yourself in a simple pine coffin.
Coffin. Damn it.
There are small cracks between the planks, but they allow no light through. What would you like to do?
I would like to panic.
Cool. As you
Oh no. I'm gonna be worm food.
As the panic begins to set in through one of the cracks, you sense movement. A small worm makes its way into the box, falling on your face.
I scream like this blood curdling, like someone's just been murdered type of scream. Can I please? Where is that ability? Wrong one.
You're gonna spend a Fabula point to just vanish out of the scene.
Yeah, can I nope out of here? Can I spend a point and try to see myself later?
I'm going to say
It doesn't work.
not yet.
Okay.
That might be a viable way out of these scenarios once we've kind of set up the scene. So
I'll just panic for now and squeal, be like,
opening your mouth, no sound comes out.
I thought you were going to say it goes into my mouth.
Oh no. From your mouth, more bugs crawl out. Your body begins rapidly decaying. The fey light from you dissipates, unable to renew itself this far from your homeland. The sensation of rot gives way to that of remnant. Flesh and sinew has disappeared, but consciousness remains in bone. Time moves on, leaving you behind. And finally, Fiona.
I want to go
It's
home.
your turn. Fiona, you find yourself on your family farm. One hand holding a hoe, the other holding a book.
Just Teddy.
Should have fucking said like a sickle or something.
Or
Yeah.
rake
Nope.
or something.
Nah,
Well,
the
rake
comedic
was
relief
the
was
one.
kind of needed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Teddy.
God damn it.
What would you like to do?
Just like, I think she's very perplexed. Like, kind of this disassociation. Like, there's the whole. Just like with Masura, it's just this like blank sort of space where she's left confused because she doesn't have a solid answer as to why she's there. So, and then looking around, seeing her family farm, it's even more disorienting. And almost on impulse, she like holds the book tighter and then goes to drop the farm implement.
Do you look at the book?
I do, yeah. So, like, kind of like dropping the hoe carelessly on the ground and kind of like solidifying the hold of the book in her hands.
Yeah. The title of the book is The Floral Almanac. It's for a year, many, many years in the future. As you sort of glance down, you begin to realize that your hands are older than they should be. You have experienced time passing and the sort of flood of memory of the years that you have missed between where you were and where you are comes back, and you know that you're alone. Your family has long since passed on or left, and you alone are responsible for the farm.
I think the shock of like all these years just like kind of suddenly flooding back and then seeing the physical results of her hands being so aged, I think I dropped the book out of shock and kind of like having this 1,000 yard stare as like everything is flooding, and I think like tears are flowing down her cheeks, like of just everything coming to her all at once as she falls to her knees.
Yeah.
And I think she actually screams.
Cool. As you drop the book, a piece of paper flutters out and lands on the ground. As you fall to your knees to scream, it catches your eye. The final nail in a coffin of a very unremarkable life lived is a letter of dismissal from the ladies' college, informing you that they just can't keep you on anymore. It's weathered and old. Many, many years have passed. And as you go to scream, you hear a snap. And before you stands a man, dressed in a bespoke suit. Gold rings cover spindly fingers, and black runes float slowly across his face, spells inlaid just above flesh. The scream's caught in your throat, and before you can finish it, sorry, I had to intervene a bit. Your other friends are currently preoccupied, and, well, this was getting just a little too sad for me to just sit by and let it happen.
I'm tempted to like kind of have my hands like reach for my face to kind of see if like the aging kind of went everywhere else and not just here. Do I feel old?
Yeah, I think feeling around, you definitely are in an older body. It is your body. It is, time has passed, and again, sort of the feeling that like the an unremarkable life lived. Right, the memories that flood back are nothing extremely interesting. This is you flunked out of college, went back home, and inherited a farm. And while there is potentially for some people truth and strength in that work, it is not for Fiona. But the man is looking at you quizzically.
Are you responsible for this?
No. Just thought I'd pop in for a minute. And, it's a little easier to access you here.
Me. How do you know me?
I'm a purveyor of those with potential, and you excite me.
I know nothing about you.
You wouldn't?
So this is Mel having a thought. Does this gentleman happen to have any smiling characteristics that we hinted? No? Okay.
Nope.
Well, I thought it was a shot in the dark, so.
Not a bad
Worth
thought.
double checking. Worth
Mhm.
double checking.
Okay. Then explain to me what all this is.
Oh, this is just a minor haunting. You found yourself in a world with a being in it. It pulled you a little bit closer to the edge of what's real and what's not, and I was able to hop on in.
How can I be so sure you're not the haunting?
You can't be, but this would be a rather odd haunting, wouldn't it? You had your horror. You knew where this was going. I'm here to make it stop for a minute, so we can have a quick little conversation.
Well, considering that you also mentioned my friends, I'm more concerned about helping them at the moment.
Noble quality.
It's not noble. It's just fact. If they're in the same sort of hellscape that I'm in, I want to get them out.
You can. I'm not going to stop you.
Well, you could help me, no?
No.
And why not?
Don't want to. Takes a little too much effort. Not sure you're worth it yet.
Yet implies that you've watched me for some time.
I exist a little bit out of time. I've been watching you for years, but in your world, it would have only been days.
It wouldn't happen to be 30 days, would it?
No, you've not been that interesting for that long. Not in your timeline.
Mel is going, ouch! And then if you don't care to help me, or you don't care to help my friends, then I don't think there's much for us to talk about, is there?
I didn't say I wouldn't help you. I don't really want to. I'm not going to fix this for you, but I just wanted to pop in for a minute and say hello, give a quick introduction, let you know I'll be seeing you around, and I've got a little something for you. And he reaches into the coat pocket and pulls out a small round object and hands it to you. It is a gold coin, unlike anything you've ever seen. The markings on it don't remind you of any currency or language that you understand or know. But if you reach out for it, do you take it? Okay. As
like kind of a slow
Mhm.
reach before aged fingers kind of delicately taken and kind of flip it over.
And holding on to it, he says, just a reminder of the fact that you've got friends on the outside. Good luck. And he snaps his fingers. It all vanishes. And you find yourself in the study. Your hands no longer old, gripping a golden coin.
I think Fiona kind of takes a second and is just like kind of doing a quick turn on her heel to kind of like gauge where she is. And then I think, just like in the Haunting, where there's all these years of a life that wasn't lived that just floods in her head, the reality of the situation floods and, hits her like a brick wall. And she immediately goes to the room that's closest to hers of whoever out of the rest of the party is still there.
Okay. Tell me, what is Fiona's reaction to this horror, to this deep-seated fear of being nothing, of not mattering, when she comes out of this haunting, this dream?
Mm-hmm.
What does she do? How does she feel?
I think it's such a visceral, like deep-seated horror that she is not able to escape the farm life. It makes her almost sick to her stomach because she thought she kind of got over that fear a little bit. And then I think in real time, there are still tears that are on her cheeks. Just from like sitting and sinking with the feeling of I am not any better than the rest of my family is. And I can't get out of this own personal hell of mine.
Okay. Cool. We're going to go ahead and jump then to Ruin again. Back in the dream, back in the darkness, corrupted wolf-like creature before you. What do you do?
All You don't want to run? I'm just gonna fucking try and punch it straight in the face.
Cool. As you bring your hand back, a deep woman's voice fills your head for just a second, and you hear, "Reach out."
So as he pulls the fist back, it'll just okay.
Into your hand, cold steel.
That's better. I'll swing it forward.
Give me a might willpower check.
Might is D10, willpower D8. Ooh. That's a 13.
All right. As you reach back, the words "reach out" ring in your ears. Your hand opens and closes around cold steel. A glinting black blade in your hand. You drive it forward as the wolf lunges, and the sword plunges through the throat into the depths of the beast. As the shadow that makes up this dream, this haunting, slides away with the flick of the sword, you find yourself in the whatever room you claimed. You claimed just one of the like bedrooms. You find yourself in that room. No sword in your hand.
Probably like arm out still from the forward thrust. Oh, that was... Anyone else that drunk? I'll just start going back into the hallway and like looking around for things.
Teddy. Still in the dream, still holding a locket. A face of a clock on a human body staring at you. What do you do?
Well, that is quite unnatural. I'm gonna step back and I look in the like what's the is it like a like what else is there around? Is it just people?
It's a town square.
Are we in like a market?
You're in
town square.
Yeah. Not a huge town. Probably about the same size as like Teddy's hometown. Not huge, but
Okay. Does it look
people.
familiar?
No, you do not recognize this place at all.
Okay. Did I know that the little girl disappeared, but do I know the direction that at least she ran to?
Yeah, off into the crowd.
Okay, I just want to start moving that way and just continue to move.
Okay.
And I'm also trying, I know everyone's ignoring me, but I'm seeing if anyone has a normal face while holding the locket out. Just trying to see if I can get anyone's like I feel like the first 4 people I turn around and see clock faces, I'm like, oh, heavens. All right, next one. And then like by the 6th one, I'm like, oh, you recognize this locket? And I'm trying to now communicate with the clock faces as I get more and more desperate. Trying to find anyone.
As
I'm running. Like it started off like slow walk, jog. Now I'm like running and flipping people and being like, dearie, I have your locket.
Every person that you turn stares back at you, clock hands moving around their face. And once you interact with them, once you touch them, once you turn them, they just stare. They follow you. Not physically follow you, but their faces follow you. No matter how far away you are, you can feel the first one still looking at you. Every person that you turn around stares. And
oh no, what have I done?
As you move further and further into the crowd, into the city, into this town, you do hear a come and find me.
I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm looking for you. And I am looking for which direction the voice came, and I run that direction with confidence. And I'm trying not to touch people now that I know that she's communicating with me.
Roll me a willpower. We're just going to call it straight willpower to kind of exert your will into this world.
I have your locket. It's a beautiful drawing. Oh, 9. 15.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. And actually, that's going to count for 2 segments. I forgot to mention, Matt, you filled a segment. A 15 is 3 higher. So that's a 2 segment fill. Yeah. As you push through the crowd,
This wouldn't happen to be using charm or diplomacy, would it?
I don't know. That's up to you. Is it? What are you saying? What are you doing?
So I'm trying to endear myself to this young child and make them feel comfortable to come to me as I try and look for them. And I'm trying to make them feel
Sure.
like I want to help them. That if they want to be found, I'm here to find them.
Sure. Yeah. So that fills another segment of the clock if you spend 20 mind points. Is that?
If I spend 20 mind points,
Okay.
yeah.
Hell yeah. Radical. Yes, we will do that.
Oh, okay. We haven't rested, have we? Oh wait, have we? We skipped a couple of days.
Yeah, you rested like up into this day. So anything that
cool.
you didn't spend,
Perfect.
yeah, you're
We would be at max going into this
I was like,
haunting.
going into the haunting because I was like, wait a second, I only have 36 mind points. Where did they all go?
By the way, I love that you were questioning whether or not you should take that skill, and it's come up twice in this episode. I love it so much.
I love it.
As you move through the world, having a destination, having a place that Teddy is headed, not feeling just lost in a world that she doesn't understand or know, surrounded by the passage of time, the clock faces begin to disappear. The people vanishing into the mist of the sort of dream realm that you find yourself in. And as they do, more and more and more of them reveal this child. And as you get closer and you finally catch up, she turns around and says, "You found me."
Yes, here. You dropped this. I wanted to return it to you.
Oh.
Is this yours? And does she look like a ghost? Or does she look like a little girl? Because I think you said something earlier, but now I'm not sure.
Yes, you didn't really get an idea. She's the only figure here that was like the size of a child and was not just like an adult with a clock face. She looks like a person. Yeah. She looks like a normal person here. Not ethereal, not ghost like, just a normal person.
Cool.
It's okay. You can keep it.
Oh. Who are these people? Should I know them?
I don't think so. That's my.
You?
Yeah, that's me in the middle. That's my mom and dad.
What's your name?
I'm Jenny.
What's your name? Jenny. And your parents? Jenny from the block.
Yeah, my dad was is Atticus, and my mom Lorraine. That's them there in that picture.
It is a beautiful picture. And I want to fasten the locket around my neck. Nice and safe.
Good. You'll need that.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Beautiful. May I go home?
That's up to you. Are you ready?
I hold on to the necklace and I'm like, I'm ready.
And as you look around, you are in the innkeeper's room, the main bedroom of the house, with your hand still clasped around the locket. which is around your neck.
Keep the dream locket.
And now, in the locket, you can see the faces have resolved and are a weathered, much older than the picture that you saw in the dream. But the faces of 3 people, one of whom is the child that you just saw in this dream, and the others who are presumably the parents of this child, Atticus and Lorraine.
I like pop my head out the door. And I'm like, I found the haunted locket.
And finally, Saoirse, back to you. Time continues to move. Again, flesh and sinew gone, bone the only thing that remains. Eventually, the coffin itself rots, and you return to the earth and the land that presumably makes you, as your soul sort of moves throughout this realm, the realm that you were buried in here, and to your home realm, guided by the light that left you, however long ago it was. You find yourself in the Fey realm.
Incorporeal, like I'm just a consciousness.
Yes. A
Oh boy.
vague idea of Fey light that was once yours is what guides you to the Fey realm, but you yourself do not have form.
Okay, cool. I would like to immediately try and seek out Jay and Jenna. You were muted.
I am muted. There we go. Sorry. Yeah. What do you do? How do you do this?
I just think I want to be with them.
Okay.
And if I don't have a body to move, then I will draw in on that Fey ability that I have and try and see you later. In a different... Hang on. Let me read this rule. I vanish from the current scene, reappearing wherever I want during a different scene in which another character is present.
Yeah. So let's
So-
go ahead. Let's go ahead and we'll try a roll here first, and then you
Okay,
can use this like depending on how this roll goes.
Sure.
Give me a willpower insight roll.
Okay. Let me see it. Where's my D10? Oh my god. D12. There. 6.
Okay. You reach out to the Fey light that you recognize as both being you and not you. It was once yours. It has returned to be something else. And for a moment, you can feel it. You can move it. It exists physically for you wherever you are as a consciousness. But you just can't quite pull it together. And you attempt to purse your lips into a whistle, but nothing comes out. No lips to whistle, no sound to make. But you feel a little tug in the Fey light. It pulls back.
I'm just gonna wait and try to do it again. And if that tug continues, I will not resist it. Like I'll let it pull me.
Okay. Yeah.
Actually, wait. I'm gonna roll like a sanity. Hold on. What's... Actually, no. I'm gonna resist. I am terrified.
Okay. So yeah, holding on, it pulls, and you resist for a minute. Give me a might check, or a might willpower check. We'll do that.
Okay.
I also forgot to mark, because you failed that check by more than 3. You're down 2.
Oh damn!
Lost 2 ticks on the
I'm
clock.
so
Yeah,
sorry.
it wasn't me for once.
Oh,
It's okay. I'm
oh,
glad
no,
I
that was-
chucked some extra ticks in there for good measure
Mhm.
then.
To get a crit, they have to be the same dice.
Same number.
Oh wait, that's a 12.
Some
Never mind.
number.
No. Hang on, that was accidentally a D12. Where the fuck's my D10? That one. Oh, no. 14. 6 and 8.
Yeah, it's 14. Okay. Yeah. So you resist. You manage to hold yourself in place as this light kind of pulls on you. You pull back. Force of wills competing against each other. And as you do, a voice enters your head. What are you doing with my light?
It's not yours, it's mine.
In front of you, sort of Cheshire cat-ish, a face, just a face appears. Vaguely demonic, reddish skin with horns, I guess. Like, sorry, I'm trying fangs and horns. That was where I was trying to go with that. I started to say horned fangs, and I was like, that's not a thing. Horns.
Smells smelly.
A smelly smell that smells smelly. But yeah, horns kind of curl up. If horns could curl lackadaisically, they do. A very whimsical feel to this demonic presence that looks at you now, kind of cocks its head and you're not wrong. It is yours, but not.
Is it no longer mine because I'm dead?
It would be, but are you dead?
I think so. Worms ate me.
Well, they have a tendency to do that to you mortals. What's your name, child?
Sersha.
That's a good name. I don't think you're dead. Wherever you are dead, and this light's returned to me. But wherever you should be, you aren't.
And who is my light returning to?
You don't recognize me?
Do I?
No. You've never seen this face before. I suppose I have
I'm
been
sorry.
gone from the realms for a while. You can call me T.
Nice to meet you, T. But where am I supposed to be?
I presume wherever it was you left from.
Where were you last?
Well, I left from home, but I was lost at the Wyvern.
Okay. Well, since you're clearly not where you're supposed to be, I'll give you a one-time favor. Think strongly of where you'd like to go.
Zesha is visibly torn. She wants to go home. Like, she's terrified. She wants to be with Jay and Shona. But if she's left the Wyvern, then that's probably where she should be.
You seem conflicted, child. Would this make it easier?
And from the shadows of the Fey realm around you, the two creatures appear. Do you want to describe what they look like?
Yeah. They are two massive wolf-looking creatures, but there's something almost cartoony about them. They've got like this massive, like barreled chest and massive, strong front legs. But then, as it gets to like their bellies and their hind legs, it becomes more streamlined, kind of like Naga from Korra.
I was thinking the dog from Tom
Avatar.
and Jerry.
Oh yeah, no. What's that? The white wolf-looking thing from, I think it's Legend of Zelda. How it's like got that really big chest and then that long body, slender legs, kind of
It's an anime
like
dog.
that. Basically, yeah. It's got this. Two of them have these long snouts, massive saber tooth like canines, and then the one on the left has these blue patterns to them, and there's kind of like this frosty oh my god, what is it? Carbon monoxide? That's super cold. Is that carbon monoxide? No. Oh my god,
Liquid
what is it?
Nitrogen, like liquid nitrogen.
Oh my god, way off.
Carbon monoxide
you're
also
dead.
gets really cold and turns into a liquid, but
Yes.
Yeah, but so liquid nitrogen, how it's got that frosty fall off onto it, that is happening on the one on the left, and on the right, exactly the same patterns, but this one is a bright red, and there are like wisps of fire coming off it.
Does this make your choice easier?
Are they okay? Are they real? Are they okay?
Of course. They're always with you.
I've missed you. I've missed you.
as you reach out to pet them, they fade, but not sadly. You see the mist and the cold of one sort of like ripple up one arm, the flames ripple up the other, and though you can't tell exactly, you can tell that they're with you in some way now.
Even though I don't have arms.
Your body, you have coalesced into some form that resembles Saoirse, right? You have kind of in this conversation, whether it was by your will or the will of this thing in front of you, have become somewhat corporeal in this vision.
Okay. She thinks real hard.
Okay. A hand appears with the incorporeal face, this sort of Cheshire cat-esque face. In the same manner, a hand appears holding a long, twisting, weird, sort of shimmery sword. And as he slashes through the air, a portal appears in the air in front of him. In where the sword cut through the air now leads a doorway. You step through it.
Yeah.
As you do, you find yourself in the attic of the Wyvern, and you are awake. You are all awake. You have all made it past your haunting.
I am immediately sick. Like
And-
body convulsing sick.
Did we get the bathroom installed up there yet?
Wherever I
Make it to the
appeared,
sink, make
I
it to the
just
sink.
Nah,
Cleaned.
nah.
Oh, you could have
Second
gone
I
for
was
the
back in that room.
sink.
No time.
Damn.
But yeah, I think that's where we're gonna leave tonight's episode.
No.
We will continue the haunting at the Wyvern next time. We will see if you can solve the clock, what you do, how we get there. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed your individualized hauntings.
We're back.
Very good.
That was so creepy. So perfect. I loved it.
Yay for the trigger warning. 'Cause that
Yeah.
was still awesome. Woo!
I started writing some of that stuff, and I got to Sersha's, and I was like, yeah, this is gonna need a trigger warning.
Yeah.
That
But
was
yeah,
good. I like it.
as always, thank you all for playing. Thank you all for joining us in the audience. Thanks for hanging out with us. We will be back next week with more Tales of Caerwyn. Until then, be sure to check out all of our other shows. Come hang out with us on Discord. Come join us on Patreon. Do all the fun things. Check out our sponsors. All the good stuff. But until next time, y'all ready for more tales?
Always.
Always.
Stick around.
For a raid.